There are three big things that I think need to be addressed about Squad Busters in order for it to have a chance to go global. Now, first of all, Squad Busters is so much fun to play. It's one of the funnest games I've played in a long time. I was extremely impressed with their first closed beta. It was way more polished than I expected it to be. And there were a lot of really exciting things like skins and emotes that were extremely polished, and they had a lot of them that was not expected from this game. I think Squad Busters has huge potential, and I do think that there's a very good possibility of going global, but only if they fix a few things first. So the first thing that needs to happen is they definitely need more game modes. And I know they're already thinking about this because right now all we have is solo, but there is a duo game mode that's currently locked. So definitely they are going to be putting out more game modes, but I think it needs to be more than just duos. There have to be more ways to play the game because right now it's super repetitive. It's the same thing over and over again. Obviously each match is slightly different, but there's gotta be more ways to play the game. I might compare it to Brawl Stars a lot in this video because it has a similar playstyle, and Brawl Stars has so many different ways you can play the game, and that's what makes it a lot of fun because it doesn't get boring that fast. Now, the second thing that I think is wrong with Squad Busters is it feels like it doesn't require much skill. It's more of a risk assessment and strategic planning game, but the playstyle of the game feels like it should be more skill-based, kind of like Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars is not just running around and then hoping that you beat someone else in a fight. You are actively dodging, aiming, shooting, conserving ammo, all these skill-based things to beat the other opponents. Squad Busters could get boring really fast because I don't feel like there's any progression of personal skill. You're pretty much just learning what the best combination of characters are and assessing whether you can beat another squad, but there's no, like progression of in Brawl Stars. Again, I'm just gonna keep comparing it. Like there's no improvement in your aim, there's no improvement in dodging or learning different strategies and tricks that you can do. And most of the gameplay in Squad Busters feels like it's a lot of luck. There are times where I feel like I should have beat someone and I just totally got wiped out. And other times, with just farming trees and robots and all these things, like a lot of it is luck, which I think there's no way to totally eliminate luck, but I feel like there's way more than there should be. So if you don't feel like you're honing your skills and constantly improving and actually getting better at the game, eventually the game is going to get really repetitive and you're just going to get tired of it. So number 3, if you've ever played Slither.io or other games similar to that, I used to play this space game where you would have this one big ship in the center, and the goal of the game was basically building an army, and the bigger you were, the easier it was to beat other players, but the downside would be you would slow down, so you wouldn't be able to move around as fast. But it was the same idea of building your squad and then trying to take down other squads. Slither.io is not exactly that, but it's similar. You're getting stronger and you're trying to take down other snakes. And games like that I found are extremely addictive, but only for a short amount of time, maybe months. And months may seem like a long time, but for a Supercell game, that's not going to cut it. Like Supercell games are supposed to last years and years and years, and they should never die. And that's why they're so picky about which games go global, because they only pick the ones that will last for years and players are going to play forever. So games with this style of gameplay seem to not really last that long. They're really addictive, but then you get tired of it eventually. Like with Squad Busters, I have been playing probably more than I'm willing to admit because it's so addictive, but I feel like eventually I'm gonna get tired of it and just stop playing. And with other Supercell games, I'll use Clash of Clans because that's what I play the most. I don't spend hours and hours a day on it, but I do spend a little bit of time every single day. And with that system, I tend to play for a lot longer instead of putting in hours and then just getting tired of it after a few weeks. So I can't wait to see what Supercell implements next into Squad Busters, and subscribe because I'll probably make more content when the open beta comes out, which I'm almost 100% sure is gonna come out. This one was just a closed beta, but I'll let you know how to download it as soon as I can. Hopefully this game goes global because it seems like it has huge potential.